I would like to I would like to say a very big welcome to you all. Attending this meeting, the very first meeting of our Kiwanis year 2020, 22, 23. We would like to welcome you all at this meeting. I can see DLG Gerslin online. Welcome, DLG.
Thank you very much.
You
Great to be on. Happy 22, 23. I know you're going to have a great year.
We know we're
a little later, and thank you very much.
Yes. Also, our own DLG Trevor Christian online. I saw him earlier online. We'd like to have a special welcome to you, DLG.
Happy to be here, sir. And congratulations.
Come up for the baby, you know, Ava.
Beg your pardon?
Go ahead now.
All things in my hand.
Somebody's line is open.
Oh. So Larry, come now.
Let me mute all and you turn on again.
Yeah, what's that? What's that? Larry, come to car.
Can we go again, DLG Trevor? You were making a statement.
No, saying thank you for the welcome and congratulations to yourself for being the president of this great club.
Yeah. It's been a long time coming, but I'm here now.
Yes, nothing before the time.
Yeah? Nothing before the time. Nothing before the time. Did I see PDT Ralston online as well? Welcome, PDT. I thought I heard him earlier.
Thank you, President.
Good. We'd like to welcome all our clubs that are with us online. We'd like to give you an opportunity to bring greetings at this time. PE Newton told me earlier that he might not be on very early, so I just proceed with the welcome. Could I ask that those clubs outside of Jamaica would like to bring greetings at this time, please go ahead and do so. Those clubs outside of Jamaica that would like to bring greetings at this time.
Good evening. Good night.
Very good evening to you.
This is President Sheila from the Kiwanis Club of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Oh.
I have with me about 4 members that are already logged in and others are logging in.
Okay.
So we're bringing you greetings from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, beautiful island we have here. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, and thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining us at this time. Are there any other clubs outside of Jamaica that would like to bring greetings on this time? If not, we'll move to Division 25. Those clubs in Division 25 that would like to bring greetings at this time. Division 25. What about Division 24? Those clubs in Division 24 that would like to bring greetings at this time. If not, we'll move to 23 East. Those clubs in Division 23 East that would like to bring greetings at this time.
Greetings, President Junior. Happy Kiwanis New Year. It is great to be on with you. Kiwanis Club of New Kingston brings you greetings and best wishes for 22-23.
Yes.
I know you're going to have a very fun and fabulous year.
Yes.
And I'm seeing a lot of members on with you this evening. Kiwanian Marilyn, Pastor Christian Scott, Chairman Lola Bradstreet, Co-Chair Janet Lawrence, Pat Carol Lewis, Chairman Donna Mosquito. I'm sure others are on, but I'll stop there. I'm DLG Gerslin, wishing you a very successful, productive, and fun year.
Thank you.
Let's
Thank you again.
always.
Thank you again.
You're welcome.
Division 23 East, any other? Thank you, DLG Gertrude.
Greetings, President Junior and fellow Kiwanians. I am P.E. Stacyan Suklal from the Cyber Connect of Jamaica, Kiwanis Club of Cyber Connect Jamaica. I'm currently joined by one other Kiwanian member, and others will join later.
Okay, thank you for coming, and we certainly welcome you with us tonight. Thank you for coming. 23 East, 23 West.
Greetings,
in-
President
Good.
Junior and the
Go
other Kiwanians here on the platform. This is LG Pauline, and I bring you greetings from the Kiwanis Club of South St. Catherine on behalf of President Marcia and from Division 23 West. We
Okay.
wish for you a very successful year, and we're happy to be able to be joining you this evening. We look forward to an interesting meeting. Currently, there are 6 of us from South St. Catherine sharing with you this evening.
Good. We certainly welcome you and your team, and thank you for coming. 23 West, any other from 23 West?
Good evening, President Junior. Congratulations.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. Bringing greetings from the Kiwanis Club of Greater Portmore and wishing you all the best for the new year, for your year. And to other Kiwanians online, good evening and all the best for the year. I am President Cecile. Online with me, I think it's just one member,
Yes.
but I look forward to seeing the rest. And enjoying your meeting as well.
Good. Thank you very much. You know, you're always welcome at this meeting, President Cecile.
Yes, thank you.
Very much thank you for coming. Thank you and your team for coming, definitely. Okay, any other from 23 West?
Good night to you, President.
Good evening to you.
President Sharnett here from the Kiwanis Club of the First City. With me is Chairperson Fabia, and we expect some more to join the delegation. It is great to be sharing with you this evening.
It's great to have you as well. And thank you for coming. 23 Central.
Good evening to you,
23 Central.
Good evening to you, and congratulations to the incoming board, and also congratulations and greetings to the outgoing board.
Good.
My name is Director Marcia Stupart, and with me from the fabulous, fantastic club of Friends Across Borders are Didi Charlene, Didi April,
Yes.
our esteemed President Stacyan, and our wonderful prospect, Sulin. We welcome you all, and we are thankful to you for hosting us tonight at your club meeting. All success to you.
Okay. We certainly welcome you all and thank you all for coming. 23 Central, any other?
Hi, good evening, President Junior. How are you doing?
I am well. Good evening to you.
Great, great, great. I am PE Eurydice from Kiwanis Club of 23 Central.
Oh, how could I miss you?
And at this time, I know you know, but not everyone else knows, right?
Yes, yes,
So,
sure.
Yes, so we're happy to be here in your first meeting for the new year. And with me are President LaShawn, Treasurer Elvin, and I'm going to borrow LGE Desmond and myself. So we have a contingent of 4.
Yes,
For the
good.
And we look forward to a wonderful meeting and an exciting year. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. And you know you're always welcome at this meeting.
Okay, good, good.
Good, and thank you again. 23 Central.
Good evening, President Junior.
Good evening to you.
This is VG Pam. So happy to join you this evening for your first meeting. I'm looking forward to another wonderful year from Kiwanis Club of Kingston. We had a great year last year, and I know you will continue with that. I am the only one from the Kiwanis Club of Constant Spring at the moment. And so I wish you all the best for a great meeting and look forward to more interactions with your club. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. And it's certainly good to have you with us tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good. 23 Central. Any other? If not, we'll move to our SLP.
Good evening. Good evening, President Junior.
Okay.
On behalf of President Shauna for the Kiwanis Club of Young Professionals, Kingston, Jamaica, we are 5 in number. We have VP Kamar, Kiwanians Sasha Gay, and Chantel, and I am DP Sasha K. Wishing you a fantastic and successful new Kiwanis year.
Okay, and thank you. And thank you for coming. Okay. 23 Central, any other? 23 Central. If not, we move to our SLP. Those SLP that are there that would like to bring greetings at this time. Any other Kiwan, any other SLPs that are out there would like to bring greetings at this time? SLP? No?
President Junior, we have members from St. Hugh's Key Club, and I believe we have Fact Advisor Ali Douglas, as well as another member of the Noon Online.
Okay, thank you for that information, dear G. Willie. And
St. Hugh's, if they introduce themselves.
Good.
VP Arena or Treasurer.
St. Hugh's SLP.
Okay, so good evening, everybody. My name is Arena Warren. I'm the Vice President of St. Hugh's Key Club.
Right.
I'm wishing the new board of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston a successful and prosperous year.
Yes. We certainly welcome you and we thank you for coming, you and your team. Any other SLP group that would like to bring greetings at this time? Any other Kiwanians, friends of Kiwanians, new members, prospective members that would like to bring greetings at this time?
President Junior.
Yes.
You might have overlooked it, but I think you've been visited by the Lieutenant Governor from 23 West.
Right.
And I'm sure that you would want to welcome her especially.
Right. A very special welcome to you.
LG Pauline.
President, dear LG Pauline. And we'd like to give you the opportunity at this time if you'd like to say something to us.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Sorry,
it's okay. No, I was the one who introduced my team from the Kiwanis Club of South St. Catherine.
Yes.
So apparently you didn't realize or you didn't hear when I made the introduction, but I'm very happy to be here. I thank you so much for the recognition. And as I said before, I am wishing you a very successful year as you embarked on this journey. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming and thank you to be with us at this time. Okay. Okay. Anybody else that would like to bring greetings very quickly?
President Junior.
President Treasurer.
Yes.
I'm Josh Chambers, DP Josh Chambers from West St. Andrew. Not sure how many of my members are online just now, but I'm also representing the Kiwanis Club of Queens, Jamaica, Kiwanis Club of Jamaica in the Queens, New York. It's very chilly up here right now, 55 degrees. So looking forward to some very warm meetings in Jamaica shortly.
Yes.
Congratulations on taking up the mantle for this 22-23 year, and I wish you all the success.
Right. And thank you. And we bring you warm greetings at this time.
President Junior?
Yes, DLG will.
Let me just extend my greetings to my brother, Josh Chambers. Good to see you again, Josh.
Okay.
We have a prospect.
Thank you, DLG Willie.
We have a prospect online. He has been coming regularly to our meetings. That's Andy Jean Baptiste. I think we need to extend a special welcome to him. Andy Jean Baptiste.
Good. Special welcome to you, sir. And we hope that in not so long from now, you'll become a full-fledged member of the Kiwanis Club.
Good night, everybody. Happy to be part of you guys.
Good. And thank you for coming again. Okay. Is that it? Do we have any other that would like to bring greetings? Okay, so we close that section now. Good. And as I've said before, a very good evening to you all. It's the first meeting of our 22-23 year. And like everything else, we're looking forward to a very good year. Our next meeting, I will introduce my team to you, but at this time, we are going to be asking apologies for absence. DLG Willie, do we have any apologies for absence?
Yes, we have an apology for absence from Treasurer Orville Lewis. And apology from Director Warren McDonald.
Okay. And President-elect Newton, an apology for him, he said he'll be late. But I hope he'll get with us by the time we get to the main event. We'll just move then to the recognition of birthday or anniversaries. Anyone with us now that is celebrating a birthday for this week or their anniversary, you could let us know so we could join in celebration with you.
Well, if I may, President Junior, thank you very much. I also want to inform the 101 participants that are here with us now that our chairman, Dr. Andrew Burtner, is in fact celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday, Chairman Andrew. So let us just wish him happy birthday, or I don't know which one of our key clubbers can sing happy birthday for him.
For him, yes.
St. Hughes to sing for him. St.
Hughes.
EP Ariana can sing one.
Yes, sing a song for
Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday.
Where is she?
I'm not really a good singer.
But you can try, you can start, you can lead us off.
Talk it.
Okay.
Just say it, you know.
But can I type it? Because
no, man, I want to sing it.
Say it.
Come on.
Sing. Let's go. After 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy
birthday to you, dear Andrew. Happy birthday. Happy
birthday. There you go.
Happy birthday.
All right.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, dear Andrew. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Andrew. Happy birthday. Good. Any other happy birthday?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good.
I hope you have enjoyed your day, and Yeah, I wish for you many, many more to come.
Certainly has many.
Much appreciated. Thank you so much.
All right. And I'd like to recognize IPP Paul. I didn't realize that you were with us, but thank you for coming from all the way.
Thank you very much, President Junior.
Yes, and all the kudos to you. You have done well, sir, but we'll say that in a more appropriate time. But thank you again for leading this club in a very satisfactory and honored way. Thank you. And I definitely try to match that, sir. You have been good.
I'm sure you'll do better.
Okay. All right, that is it. No, any anniversaries? Okay. If not, then we'll move on to our Kiwanis education. LGD Desmond.
Thank you, President Paul.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone.
Yes.
My topic is grace period for membership and deletions.
Okay.
A club may adjust its September 30 membership roster up to October 10.
Okay.
Adjustments made will be counted toward the previous administrative year's membership roster as the official total. If no adjustments are made by October 10, the figure of September 30 remains the official total. If deletions are made after October 10, the current administration will use the official total as at September 30 as the starting figure for the year. A new invoice will be created and the club will omit those deleted names from the dues payment to Kiwanis International. For the attainment of the net growth required at the end of the administrative year, the club must be mindful of the official starting total and the replacement of any number dropped since, and not the remainder post October 10. Based on adjustments made to the membership roster, clubs in effect bill themselves and not Kiwanis International. What is important to note is the official membership total after the 10-day window, as this now becomes the official starting total to be used as of October. Can somebody mute Amelia? Yes, as this. So what's important to note is the official membership total after the 10-day window, as this now becomes the official starting total to be used as of October 11 by the new administration. And that is it for Kiwanis in Education, President. Thank you.
Thank you, LGD Desmond.
I have a question.
Very appropriate. Yes,
LGE.
Yes, sir.
If you remove a person on the 12th,
yes,
does the club have to pay their dues?
No. What you have deleted, you will only pay for the remainder. However, what you start with is the figure at the end of September, or if you have made adjustments, a deletion up to October 10, then that is the official start. So if you had 40 members on December 10, sorry, not December 10, on October 10,
yes,
and on October 12, you drop 10 members, well, you'll be required to pay for 30. And those that you have deleted, you are not required to pay for them. However, at the end of the administrative year, which is September 2023, you have to account for the 40 that you started with. So you'll have to find, you have to have the replacement of 10 plus your net 2, plus your net 2.
That's not true.
Am I
Yes?
hearing?
That is the latest information that I received.
No.
Okay.
Who is it?
Let me hear the correction.
Yes. Who is it? Just say who is it and
PLG Christine Long.
okay.
My goodness, I didn't even realize my mic was open. I just got the last part of what you were saying, LG,
Yes.
Desmond.
Yes.
Are you saying that the persons who are deleted between October
10th and the
1
12th,
and 10 will have to be accounted for in the next admin? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Because if you-
No. Let me repeat.
I'm
not.
Let me repeat. What you have deleted up to October 10,
Yes.
the remaining figure is the official start for the new administration.
That's correct.
However, if you have deleted members, as PDT Ralston asked on the 12th of October, and those that you have deleted, you are not required to pay for them. You will be only paying for the balance that you do have. However, come the end of September 2023, you'll have to account for the start figure, which was really 40. So if you have actually dropped 10, then you have to have the replacement of 10 plus your 2 to have a net growth of 2.
Of 2, say.
So you'll be required to pay to Kiwanis International for the 30. And those that you have deleted, you would not be required. So Kiwanis International will generate or will create an invoice in respect of the remainder that you do have, which is the 30.
What about the new ones that have come on LGD?
Well, the new ones that you have added, the invoice will be created for them. So you have to pay for them.
Oh, so you go back to the 40 anyway.
Yes, but as long as you drop members within the window of 10 days, which is by October 10, then they are deleted from the list and you don't have to pay for those. All right. So the official starting total is what you will have come October 10, and that is what you will have come October 11 as your starting figure.
Okay.
Right.
Is that your PDT?
Agreed.
I heard something just now.
No, we can go.
Okay, let us go. Okay, we'll move to our main event then for the evening, and that is how can we be a more effective Kiwanian? How can I be a more effective Kiwanian? And we have VP Stephen Gregg, Kiwanian, Dr. Martino Dwyer. No?
I will introduce them.
Okay, good. Yes. So we'll just hand over to DP Stewart to deal with this section.
Thank you, President Junior.
Yes.
Fellow Kiwanians and guests, this evening we have, well, as you all know, the topic is, how can I be a more effective Kiwanian? And it's not meant to be a panel discussion. It's meant to be a personal presentation by 6 of our members.
Okay.
Chosen really as a mixture of some of our newer members and some of those who are already on the ladder towards becoming president of this club. So I'm just gonna tell you who is on. I mean, you may have seen the flyer, but I'll just tell you, I'm gonna tell you the order. That is what is gonna be more important. The first person we have up is gonna be Chairman Zuri Johnson. Then next we're gonna have Chairman Dr. Martino Dyer. Third, we're gonna have VP Stephen Gregg. And then fourth, we're gonna have Chairman Avion Shaw. And in fifth, we're gonna have Kiwanian Owen Young Jr. And the sixth person will be PE Newton Ramdiel. Now he actually has an engagement, a meeting at present. So I've scheduled him for last. And even if he is not on at the time when the fifth speaker has ended, we will still let him do his presentation when he comes online. So without further ado, you know, and I'm glad to see the number of persons who have logged on, because we're hoping this would be an evening of just, you know, ideas, and that's what we're looking for. So let me call on Chairman Zuri to go first. And remember, we have said 5 minutes for each, you know, plus or minus a minute or two, but try and keep it in that range. So Chairman Zuri, you're up first.
All right, thank you, DP Stewart. Good evening, everyone. So I was asked to speak on how can I be a more effective Kiwanian? A very, very interesting question, seeing that I am about 2 months away from my first anniversary with the Kiwanis International. So my first thoughts, how would I approach a question like this? How can I be a more effective Kiwanian? So for me, everything starts with knowledge. So that's where I started from. So in order for me to be more effective, I need to have an understanding of Kiwanis International, what it is that Kiwanis International is about, what's the mandate. And so from just my understanding broadly, Kiwanis International is about children. It's about their safety, it's about their protection, it's about dealing with issues of child hunger, it's about mentorship, it's about how can we create better opportunities for our children. So I've looked at that, and then I am now a member of Kiwanis Club of Kingston at the local level. So how it is then, how do I fit in? How does Kiwanis Club of Kingston fit into this broader mandate of Kiwanis International? And then how does Zuri fit into that mandate? So I looked at a definition of effective, and to be effective, it says you are, in fact, being successful in producing a desired or intended result. So in order for me to assess how can I be more effective, I must look at what the desired or intended results are for Kiwanis Club of Kingston. And I'm sure if I was to ask the persons on what would make someone an effective Kiwanian, I'm sure persons would give me things like attend meetings, pay your dues, and be involved in the projects of your club. So then, if that's what makes me effective, I then need to pay my dues, attend meetings, and see how best I can be involved in the projects of the club. But life happens, and we all have limitations. So how it is that you go about doing these things with the time constraints that you might have, financial constraints that you might have. So for me, planning becomes key. And I also would encourage persons to have accountability partners. So find persons within your Kiwanis Club who will be there to help you, because you might not on your own remember all the scheduled board meetings. Thanks to Chairman Dr. Andrew Burton. Last night, he reminded me of board meetings so I could log on in time. So I'd encourage persons to, in order to be more effective, find accountability partners within your club who will help you with managing your time, who will help you with remembering when things are. Know your talents, have knowledge of yourself, what it is that you can do, and see how best your talents will help your club to achieve its overall goals. Also, it's very important for us to know our limitations. There are times when we might be asked to do things, but we know our time constraints, and we know that based on time, we might not be able to do these things. Do not commit to doing it, because then you won't be effective, because you're committing to something that you cannot do, and it will just make you look like you are not responsible enough, that you don't care enough to be present. If it is that you, knowing your limitations does not prevent you, though, from learning, but it will inform how it is that you learn. So if I don't know how to paint and we are painting a school, it doesn't make sense for me to volunteer to paint, but I can learn to paint by asking questions. Why do you stroke the brush that way? Or by just observing. So how it is that you be a more effective Kiwanian, have knowledge of what the Kiwanis Club is about, have knowledge of your talents, have knowledge of your limitations, then get accountability partners, put them all together, and then you'll be very effective. That's my 5 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Zuri. Thank you very much. Let me also just tell our audience that after the presentations, if anyone from the floor would like to indicate, what they think they would do, from a personal point of view, in terms of being more effective for their club, we will allow that to be included. Okay. So the next person up we have is Chairman Dr. Martino Dyer. Martino, over to you.
Thanks. Good afternoon, everyone. So when I was tasked with answering this question, how can I be a more effective Kiwanian? Certain things came to mind instantly. Well, the first thing one must consider is goals. Do you share similar goals with the club? Overall, broadly speaking, it must be a desire to perform meaningful service. Service to who? To children. Being in my field, being a pediatrician, I believe this fits perfectly in my realm, all right? And I can see where our goals may intertwine here. To be effective, one must be present, right? One must be able to attend meetings. One must be in the know about what's happening, what's going on in the club. And for this to happen, one must make time to be present. And I must admit that this is where organization comes in. Not my strongest suit. The birthday boy, Dr. Burton, has promised me an organizer. So, my clashes will be less. A lot of times my work schedule, my duties, my other commitments may clash with the meeting times and other club events. So that's something I'm working on, definitely looking to change that. The part of feeling like this club is like a second family to one, I think is important. When we finish work, we want to go home, right? Want to go home to our family. We look forward to going home to our family, right? So I think when one gets to know our fellow club members more on a one-on-one basis, the club begin to feel like a second family to us. So when we have our club meetings, our outreach projects, one will look forward to participating in these things, and it won't feel like it's a task to be done. Oh my God, I can't bother with this. So when we get to feel like, when we build camaraderie among each other, we feel like a family, and the desire drive to participate will come like second nature to us. As I said, participation is key. Participation in all our club activity. In other inter-club activities is important. What activities club is doing, whether it be fundraising activities. And sharing ideas is important, you know, as Zoe had said, know your skills, know what you can offer. And also, so you share ideas on how this may benefit you and also may benefit the club. And also invite others to participate, to join your club, you know, to grow membership of the club. We may know others who may share similar goals and desires of drive of this club. So building club membership, I think, would also be important here. And that completes my 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much, Martino. Give him a little hand. Yeah, let him feel.
Sure.
Let him feel good. Okay, Martino. Thank you for that. Moving right along, we're gonna now ask VP Stephen Gregg to chip in his 5 minutes. Stephen,
Okay.
over to you.
It's 24, yeah.
Yeah, get our little bigger.
Sorry.
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
Please keep it.
Can I just imagine? Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. I got somebody else speaking.
Yes, we need to meet Marsha. Can you meet Marsha? Could you meet my co-host DP Stewart, and I'll just monitor the chat? I mean, monitor the
Oh,
mics.
sure. All right.
Thank you.
1 second. Mhm.
You had me as co-host, DP,
Yeah,
but I'm no longer co-host.
You aren't?
No. Can you put it back for me? Thank you.
Okay, I didn't change that, but I don't know why. Anyway, let me Paul, you logged on as Paul or IPP? What did you use? IPP. Okay, it's hold on. Okay, I'm not seeing IPP. I'm seeing one IPP, but that's not you. All right, let me see if I can find this one first, and then this one can do it.
Yeah.
1 second. I don't know why it was that. You're the first person I made a co-host.
I was frozen at some point and I had to log off and log back on.
Oh, okay. All right, let me L. Hold on.
You better leave it out.
LG.
DP. Okay.
Okay.
Are you? I just LM. I'm sure I'm in the L's now, but I'm not.
No, just type Desmond. Look for Desmond. Type Desmond in the participants.
All right, let me do that.
No, exactly.
All right. Please
Please
close my.
Marsha, your mic, please. Marsha from Northwest St. Andrew Club.
Okay. I got. And let me say pause. All right. 1 second. I can do the same.
All right. I just muted Marsha. Thank you.
All right.
Can't see him. Go ahead in the meantime.
No. That's distracting. Please. Okay. IPP, you're also co-host. All right, Stephen.
Okay.
It's up to you. You're on now. Go right ahead.
All right. Thank you very much. Good evening, Kiwanians. Good evening, guests. I'll share my thoughts with you. When I was first approached by DP Stewart on this topic, initially, it seemed a bit intimidating. It kind of required some introspection, some self-reflection, some assessment. It's kind of like asking, how can I be a better boss? How can I be a better father? How can I be a better Christian? And then make a 5-minute presentation to a group of people to share those thoughts with. So it's always difficult to do a personal SWOT analysis, but I think it's necessary for self-improvement. So after the the initial hurdles, and I thought about it a little bit, I came up with this approach, which is a very simplified approach to dealing with it. And I'm hoping that the stuff that I share fellow Kiwanians can use in their own lives and in their own Kiwanian journey to become better Kiwanians. But first of all, it assumes that you're already an effective Kiwanian. So the question is really, how can I become a more effective Kiwanian? Not that I'm a dormant or I'm not a participating Kiwanian, but it assumes that you're already at a certain level and you now want to elevate yourself to a higher level. And the way I saw that is that you could approach it from two tiers or two bases. The first is, how can I be a more effective Kiwanian to my club? And how can I be a more effective Kiwanian? This is a second tier towards my personal goals. And I'll explain to you what I mean by that. So first of all, how can I be more effective to my club? I think what that requires is identifying projects that you think you can make a meaningful contribution to. You're going to attend meetings, you're going to talk with the chairman about it, or chairperson. You're going to speak up a lot in those meetings and share your thoughts so that hopefully like-minded persons will also hear what you're about and your contribution that you can make to those projects. Secondly, I think you can share your background. So the other club members are aware of your skills and how, for example, how I can make a more meaningful contribution to the club based on the skills that I have. So you might have the skills, but you don't know exactly where it's best placed based on shortfalls or deficiencies in the club. But by speaking up and sharing those things, you might be in a better position. And it can be sometimes very simple things. So, for example, if you speak a second language, share that with your other club members. If you recently passed a course or did a bachelor's or MBA or something like that, or even if something like you used to work in, say, a sales department and you have now moved to an accounts department, even a change of job or change of department could be helpful because now, that person now works at income tax department or whatever. And somehow it may have a relevance to your club or to whatever you're doing. So for example, in my case, I'm an attorney at law by profession. So I specialize in company law, corporate governance, and corporate secretarial matters. So automatically I say to myself, well, if the club has any legal issues, anything to do with the Companies Office of Jamaica, I can make a contribution, or I should share that so that I can help out wherever that's needed. Also, I have a background in project management, so and organizational skills. So I'm a managing partner of my firm, and I've had various leadership roles. So I do have logistics, organizational, and project management skills, which can become helpful with special projects. So if the club is embarking on whatever main project or special project, then I could see myself helping out there. And I also have a background in music and media. I've managed artists, I've produced music. I have connections in media, I have connections in the entertainment field. So the relevance to that would be that if the club is putting on, say, a ball, a Barbie Fry, a concert, a fundraising concert, and they need connections with bands, performers, contracts, anything like that, I would be able to make a contribution in that regard. So that's how I would approach it, and that's how others can approach it towards what they want to do. Also, so that was, how can I be a better effective Kiwanian for the club? But then you also look at your personal goals. And I think this is important because you have to feel a passion or feel very personally attached to your personal goals. That way you can make a greater contribution to the club's performance. So the two things that I want to do is I want to give back to society in a material way. So I identify projects which I think I can make a difference to. So be it a beautification or a restoration project by the Human and Spiritual Values Committee. I reach out to them, I budget time, and I kind of work out how I can make a difference. I've always said that whenever you come to the stoplight and you have a window wash or wipe up, I don't like to just give them money for the sake of just giving them money to help them along. I would much prefer to contribute to a program that is going to give them skills training or would put them in a position to maybe earn a better form of living than just a handout. So when I say a material contribution to society, I'll be looking for projects within my Kiwanis Club that can do that. And secondly, I want to give back to children. So I've identified, for example, the Read Aloud program that this club has and other initiatives under the Young Children Priority 1 umbrella that I think I could make a contribution that I can give back to the kids and the smaller ones in our society. So basically, I think that to become a more effective Kiwanian, it's an ongoing process. It's not something that happens at one time. And the way to really measure it is that you're going to see improvement both in your club as well as it will make you a better person. So to everybody, just keep on going and always strive to become a better Kiwanian and by extension a better person in all that you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Stephen.
It's only 5 minutes, but I tried to discuss it in.
Yeah, man, that was okay. That's not a problem. Okay, fellow Kiwanis and guests, let me continue. Let me just keep it moving. Let me just ask though, is Newton on yet? Let me just see if he's on, because he said he would message me.
Yes, DP, I'm on.
Oh, you're on. Okay, okay. So we just keep the schedule going. Thank you. The next person up is Chairman Avian, and these are all new chairmen. So it's Avian Shaw. So Avian, he has been. I'll let you know. He has been the most worried about whether he will have much to say. So let's encourage him. Okay, Avian.
But
go ahead.
Before I begin, good evening, everyone. I have just one correction to make. So 3 of the gentlemen, I believe, are present here. That is DLG Willie, President Junior, and DP Stewart. My name is not pronounced Avian, but Avian. All right.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Let's get right into it.
So, may we see you, Avian?
Oh, I apologize. I do apologize for the absence of my video. I am unable to turn that on at the moment.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So when I was asked to make this presentation, I was like, oh, this is an interesting one. But I also saw it as an opportunity to improve myself as a Kiwanian, because I knew there were some areas that I was lacking in, and this would help me to identify these areas. So here we go. I hope the younger Kiwanians like myself will benefit from this presentation as well. But firstly here, I would say we should know the history of our club. I would like to use a little quote now, if I may. It goes by Marcus Garvey. A people without knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. And I say this just to say we won't really appreciate the present or what we do until we know how far we are coming from, right? Not only that, but referring to the same analogy, a tree without, or rather a tree with weak roots or superficial root system is a weak tree. So it is less likely to survive the more extreme weather conditions and bear better fruits or perhaps even more fruits. Moving on, I say we must understand the mission or goal of the organization, right? It was a wise man that once said to me, it is a foolish man that runs a race without knowing where the finish line is. So in other words, it makes no sense to say we are in a race to win, running without any sense of direction. It will be easy to lose hope rather, or drive, or perhaps, lose the race. So searching for the finish line. But step away from the analogy. In reality, it is important in whatever we are doing that we know we have our goals, our aim in mind, right? Also, I say we must work on building our brotherly bonds and nurturing our relationships, right? This is important in working together as a team, because when we feel a sense of togetherness, or when we feel that sense of togetherness or team spirit, we're more likely to work together and get things done. Well, that's my take on that. And I'd say a chain is as strong as its weakest link, right? So bear that in mind. Next, know your why and remind yourself of it. Now, this makes it easier to do what we do. sorry. This makes it easier to do what we do, in the sense that now we will be motivated and encouraged to work and contribute to the greater cause. Also, make fun memories. I can recall DLG Willie and Chairman Andrew Burton, as well as President Junior and Desmond Battle was at the convention, right? There was this white gentleman that was presenting. I cannot recall his name. I hope he's not on here. But he was the one that says, like, if you're trying to get someone into the club, share some of your fun memories or your more exciting memories, right, with them, so that this would intrigue them or captivate them into joining the club, right? Because when we are able to share a fun experience or interesting story, this is more likely to captivate someone than just telling them to join the club, because it is Kiwanis and we are making our community and the world by extension a better place. Sounds good, yes, but you know what makes it more appetizing is when you are able to tell them how much fun they can have on projects, conventions, or helping our children. That is from me. I hope I answered the question. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Avian. You did very well, and you did answer the question, and you did bring some perspectives that we others had not focused on. So you didn't have anything to worry about. Thank you again. All right. The next person on is Kiwanian Owen Young Jr. So Owen, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here. Good evening, everyone. President Junior.
Okay, go right ahead.
And guests. All right. So my name is Owen Young Jr. I'm a Justice of the Peace for the Parish of Kingston, and I'm a trained mediator with the Dispute Resolution Foundation. I'm also trained in youth behavior modification. So being a member of the Kiwanis Club, my aim is to spearhead impactful programs by going into schools that have key clubs and builders club to better impart mentorship to these youngsters in guiding them in being the greater versions of themselves. This is not just impactful to the club, but on a larger scale where we can also focus on nation building by extension. I'll also include a community, and the parents will be invited to workshops where we can effectively intervene from a holistic approach. This goal is to try to eliminate such activities like fightings, stabbings in schools, as we can see currently in the news. The aim is to enlist both parents and teachers with the right tools, such as topics like self-esteem, peer pressure, emotional intelligence, goal setting, anger management, conflict resolution, personal development, and child's rights. It is also my aim to help identify the importance of rehabilitation to foster self-awareness. This is designed to assist students in discovering and clarifying their aptitudes, interests, and aspirations. It also links their interests and aspirations to their personal development, managing anger, conflict resolution, and working on their personal growth. Maintaining a holistic approach to behavioral change by implementing home, church, community, and corner, as well as school intervention programs that will seek to help each participant achieve his or her fullest potential by increasing their support groups. Interventions such as school behavioral sessions through social animation, performing arts, forum theater workshops, men on the corner reasoning, father-son bonds, mother-daughter talkback activities. So that's pretty much it for me. And I speak on this because I'm very passionate about youth. I've been heavily involved in youth development and community development for most of my adult life and teenage life. I've been involved in youth clubs and different youth organizations. So it's something I'm really passionate about. As mentioned earlier, I think once you link your own goals and passions, as well as that of the club, we'll be able to foresee a greater accomplishment, measurable accomplishments in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Owen. And I think that yes, let's give him a Let's give him a round of applause. What some of the things that you have spoken about, we need to now marry those ideas with the relevant committees and with those chairmen and get some of those things going. So I know it's something you're passionate about, and we want to also see some of those ideas implemented, because we're always looking out for new projects as well. So things that we haven't been doing rather than just doing what we have done before. So I want to thank you for your presentation. Thank you very much. And now we have our new president-elect, Newton Ramdial. Newton, I know you had a meeting earlier, but I'm glad you were able to, step away. I don't know if it's finished, but at least you're here. So it's over to you. Go right ahead.
Thank you, DP Stuart. Yes, it's finished. I was able to push some people along. I think they might push back. I'm here.
Sorry. There's an open mic, please. Let me, Desmond, can you close that for me? All right, go ahead, Newton.
Yeah, so I'm real happy to be here, DP. And I'm also real happy. I just caught some of the presentations, but I'm also happy that when I looked at it, when I looked at the slate of persons tonight, I decided to approach it from a personal rather than an intellectual level, because I wasn't sure I would be able to measure up to those gentlemen. And I'm glad I did, because I can be the best me. None of them can compete with me being the best me. And so what my presentation tonight is really from my personal point of view, what Newton Ramdial can do to be a better Kiwanian. And I know I need to speak a little softer, because my office tends to have an echo when I get. So I hope if you start hearing it getting this started, let me know so I can tone down a bit. So, I mean, I've been in the Kiwanis movement for a little while, and I realized that Kiwanis is serious business. They say it's voluntary and you don't have to do anything, but Kiwanis is serious business. Most of us join a Kiwanis club because we have a sense, we have a sense of needing to help creating a better place, to give back something, right? And therein lies the problem. Because like the reason why I am late this evening, Kiwanis is neither free or cheap on your time or your finances. So you have to make sure that if you are going to be a good Kiwanian, like anything else in life that you want to do, you have to create some sort of a budget, right? You have to create some sort of a budget, because to be a good Kiwanian, notice I say good Kiwanian, not just a Kiwanian, because there are Kiwanians who will join the movement just to have the word Kiwanian in front of their names, and then that's it, right? To be a good Kiwanian, you must be willing to contribute to the cause, right? You must contribute. Your contribution cannot be just your annual dues or what the Sarge can dig out of your pocket, or what you spend on 50-50 raffle, or attending a few Zoom meetings. It has to be something more than that, right? And some of the things that I have looked at for me that I think it's important, and I'll go down. The first one I look at is I can't be just waiting until once a year we go to Hosanna or the Nest and we sing and we bring some presents, and then I am missing from these institutions for the rest of the year. There must be something in me that says, as a Kiwanian, I can drop in on these places once or twice or 3 times a year, once a month, once every 2 months or so. It can't be just a once per year occasion, because the needs of these people is not just once a year, right? Another thing that I realize is that, and some people complain about it, which is true, I think I need to have a budget that says to me, I need to present, to be present at physically one Kiwanian activity per month. And I'm not talking about a meeting, right? Whether it's Builders Club or painting us, whatever it is. I think being physically present at least one activity per month is not too much to ask, right? Another thing that I know, we are always struggling to get people to believe and to join the movement. I think it's incumbent upon me. It would be an improvement as a good Kiwanian if I invite to a meeting at least once per month. I must can carry at least one person to a meeting each month. And rolling out on that, what if I were able to recruit one person to join the movement per year? All I need to recruit is get joining the movement is one person. And if 50% we go to—
Sorry, Newton, you're breaking up a bit. So maybe you could just repeat that last part.
Okay. I'm saying that I should commit to having at least one person per year who has joined the Kiwanis movement, because I convinced them that it was worthwhile doing, right? Just one person per year, right? The other thing is this: rather than sitting by and feeling proud when we're out and somebody run up to LG Desmond and say, Uncle Desmond, or DLG Willie, and say, Uncle Willie, or Santa. I think the reason these gentlemen, these fellow Kiwanians get that respect is because these key clubbers and Builders Club people see them around them. They're always at their schools, they're always at their functions. So they feel like they're a part of them. It's not just when they reach a meeting. So guess what happened? Part of my goal is at some point I need to be out on the road and somebody come up and say, hi, Uncle Newton. And when I look, I realize it's somebody who's a member of a Builders Club or a key club. And the only way you're going to get that is if you are a part of their activities that they're having, right? Another thing, the clubs are always, and sorry, BP Stuart, I don't know what the time limit is, and you know I always talk too long, but that's all finished.
Okay, go ahead.
You know, one of the things, clubs are always having fundraising events. And I dare say 5 or 10% of the people in the club are the ones who are doing the heavy lifting, right? A lot of us, when it comes time to sell tickets and promote it, we shy away from that. I believe as a good Kiwanian, whenever we have our fundraising event, I should be saying, I need to sell 15 tickets or I need to sell 30 tickets. And then I go out and actually sell it. I don't sell 2 tickets and then feel like I've done something to help the club, because I'm not, right? Because we're leaving that burden on just a few persons. Another important area is that I believe I need to endeavor to learn something new about Kiwanis or about the bylaws of my club each month, because it surprises me at times that I have been in the Kiwanis movement for several years, but there is so much that I do not know about it. And you know, it always amazes me in Kiwanis education sometimes when DLG Willie says some things, or you might be in a meeting and DP Chris or PDT Ralston open their mouth and say something, listen. It is always worthwhile listening, because they are saying something about the Kiwanis movement that we need to do. You cannot support an organization if you don't know about the organization. You don't know the rules, the regulation, what makes the organization tick. And finally, DP Stuart, before you cut my mic. I think I need to, and thank God this COVID thing is over, because I think I need to know my fellow Kiwanians much better. But when we used to go to the secretary, IPP Paul and all that, I need to know my Kiwanian brethren much better. right? Because that's how the camaraderie and all of that will come about. I believe I need to become one of those magnets that pull people into the Kiwanis Club. And then when they are here, I must be one of the reasons. I should be doing something that make them never ever think about resigning or leaving the club, because they are being fulfilled in what they joined the club for. I'm sorry to take up so much time, VP Swot, but you know, you're the one who invited me. That's my 2 cents.
Thank you very much, VP. VP, let me correct that. I mean, sorry, PE. I was getting it really mixed up. We welcome your contribution, and as I said, we didn't really plan it as a panel discussion, but I think at this point, since all 6 of you have said your piece, I want to open it to the floor. You can either comment on something that one of our members presented on, maybe you want to expand the thought or the idea, or you can speak on a personal level in terms of what you thinking about the topic, you may want to say that you would do to be a more effective Kiwanian. But let's just keep it short, and we can allow as many persons as possible to contribute to the discussion. So the floor is open now. Oh, first of all, before I do that, is there any one of the 6 who found that I left out something that I wanted to say, and I just want a chance to just throw that in? Any of the 6? I'll let you go. I'll let you do that first, just in case. You might have said, gee, I should have mentioned this or that. Anyone? Okay, I take that as a no. All right, the floor is open. Let's hear from any member of the floor based on the preamble that I said earlier. And Desmond, if you monitor the chat for me, in case there's anything in the chat that you think is worthwhile bringing up. Okay. Nobody wants to contribute either from a personal perspective or a comment on what was presented. Okay, I'm seeing this might be in the chat. I think training should be, it just came off my screen. But why don't you can speak, you don't have to just use the chat.
Training should be at the forefront.
Right, yes, okay. So,
hi, good night.
Right, go right ahead, DP Nadia.
Yes, I would say that training should be the forefront. And I really appreciate all the presenters, because some of them bring you back. It just give you a reminder of what you need to go back to and what it is to be a really effective Kiwanian. But if you don't know the laws that govern Kiwanis, I don't think you can really be effective, because you will be doing things, but you have to do it according to the rules and regulation that govern the movement. So that is my reason for saying that training should be. So they should always be in the know, and then they can add to that to be as effective as possible. Thank you.
Thank you, DP Nadia. Thank you for that. Who else would like to make a comment?
BP is good.
Yes, go right ahead. Go right ahead, PDT.
I am thankful. I listened to 6 excellent presentations. But what sticks in my mind, and I'm not discrediting anybody, was our first speaker. He spoke about educating himself on the movement and knowing about Kiwanis. And it was reiterated by the last speaker, because knowledge of the organization, and as DP Nadia just said, and what governs it, is critical in how we can become very effective in Kiwanis and and contribute not only to our club but to the persons who we have pledged to serve. So I think gaining that knowledge is kind of a first step, and everything else fall in place. Thank you.
Thank you, Rostan. Thank you. Okay. Anybody else from the floor?
Yes. DP Sheena, Worthington, Kingston.
Go ahead.
I believe, okay, so I believe that engagement plays a critical role as Kiwanian, and to assign roles as well, because it facilitates a sense of inclusivity, and so members will be able to participate in club activities and feel like they're a part of something. So while they are learning the roles and responsibilities and the policies and procedure of Kiwanis, you want to have that inclusivity involved.
Okay. I was being distracted by a little background noise a while ago. Could you just wrap that again for me? You don't have to repeat everything, but I did miss part of what you were saying. I'm not saying everybody else did, but just for my benefit. Could you just make that point again?
Okay, sorry about that. I'm currently in another presentation too. So I was saying engagement plays a critical role in Kiwanis as well, and to assign roles to members so that you can facilitate some form of inclusivity with the members, that they are a part of something.
Okay, so you're emphasizing engagement. I mean, among the club members. That's the point you're making, right?
Yes,
okay.
and assign roles to them too, so they can contribute in other ways, that they're a part of the planning process and different activities that the club may undergo.
Okay, thank you very much for that. All right, who else would like to put in their 2 cents?
I would also like to underscore what DP Sheena said. I'm Keon Green from Kingston Club, Worthington. I find that, as you said, engagement of the members. So it's not a matter of just going out into the community and perhaps doing a reading corner, but it's to understand too that it's something that we believe in. It's disheartening to see that so many Jamaicans still don't read, and it's not a culture in which we have so much information available, but we're not reading. So we, from time to time, may set up a reading corner, but is it enough? Are we engaging our members to be reading, for instance? So it's not just to do it, but to live the activities that what we believe to be important in our growth and development. So again, it's not just going out, but also within, selling what we believe to be core values for growth and development.
Okay, let me ask you something. You said something about a reading corner. Could you expand a little bit on that concept?
So I'm fairly new to Kiwanian, to the club, and I've seen where we go out and we do the reading corners. And I think it's a brilliant idea. But perhaps how we could do it, in my view, is perhaps not just have a reading corner in the community, but what about a book club within or Kiwanian space where we are learning as well, or engaging more persons to be learning and becoming more educated, for instance. So it's just an additional arm to the whole reading process or the education process.
Okay, interesting. Thank you for that, Keon. Thank you. All right, who else would like to? We're gonna wrap by in a minute or two. So if you have something yet you want to contribute, now is the time to say it.
Yeah, DP, sure.
Yes, there's
really here.
Yeah.
I find it very interesting, a comment made by Chairman Zuri. He mentioned the fact about accountability partner.
Yes.
And this I know works well, and we have a similar situation in the office where we have accountability partners. And it brings me back to the old days when we used to have a buddy system where we used to identify Kiwanians with similar interests match another Kiwanian and therefore maintain their interests. What I have found over the years, we bring in a lot of these new Kiwanians and we don't engage them to endorse what DP Sheena said. And they quickly lose interest and leave the club. We need to find a way where we can engage them and integrate them into the workings of the committees, particularly those that they were wanted to, or they indicated they have an interest in. So it's very interesting, some of the observations made, and I would take on board some of the comments made and suggestions made. But questions, accountability, engagement, and integration of members into the working of the committees. Thank you, DPC.
Thank you very much for that, DLG Willie. I'd like to throw something out, which is that I think we're doing a better job in terms of bringing some of the newer Kiwanians and involving them in some of the activities. A lot of our new chairmen are, are filling that those positions are being filled by some of our newer members. But I wanted to throw something out. When, as a new Kiwanian, and specifically speaking to those who are relatively new, when you are asked to do something, if you repeatedly do not have the time, or repeatedly aren't able, even if the reason is a good reason, people are going to ask you less and less. In other words, you will find that you may not be asked as much, but you'll find that the persons who make the time and are more willing to participate, it doesn't matter what the function, it doesn't have to be a project. It could be, there are a number of things that we do. But if you are, or if you indicate, if you are unable to do it, but you indicate in a positive manner why you can't do it this time, then people are encouraged to ask you another time. But if you don't get that kind of vibe or feedback, and then that might lead to your being less active. Now it's a two-way thing, because we could overlook those things and still try and involve you. But I'm just saying, try and be more, some of them be more receptive, or give some good reasons, and then encourage persons to ask you next time, so that we know that you really want to be asked the next time. And that's just a little word I would pass on to some of the newer Kiwanians. All right, I think we're at the end. One last bell. If anybody wants to say something right now, but you gotta say it right now. So if not, we're gonna move to the next phase. Anybody? Okay, let me say thank you very much to our 6 participants. They did well, and I'm really happy. Chairman Zuri, let me call their names again. Chairman Dr. Martino Dyer, VP Stephen, Chairman Avian Shaw, Kiwanian Owen Young, and I'm looking forward to Owen, some of those ideas that we need to get together with the SLP and youth services, because I know that definitely is an area that you can make a significant impact in. And of course, PE Newton. It has been my pleasure. You did us proud.
You didn't call Steven's name a while ago.
Say that again, Eric?
You didn't call Steven's name a while ago.
Greg. I think
you did.
I thought I did, because I was going down the numbers.
I was sleeping, man.
No, man, I know why I started with that.
Because I was going down, I was looking at my list and going down the names. Anyway, if I didn't, Stephen, you you had a very interesting presentation. We'll like it. But this is gonna be on tape, so we're gonna be able to circulate this, and you'll have a chance to look at it again. But let me say thank you very much for participating. I really appreciate it. The idea was, I thought the idea of just starting the new year with these ideas, you know, and I think what you have presented has made me feel that yes, it was worth it. So President Junior, back to you.
Yes, and thank you very much, PD Stewart. These presentations have been timely, as you have said before, you know, beginning of the year. And I must just say to you, I've been taking notes. And I've, you know, and most of these Kiwanians that have made presentations, and I've been making notes of all the ideas, some of the ideas, I would say. And thank you for doing something like this. It's been good, right?
Thank you.
Good. So we'll move right on to our Chairman Zuri, our Sergeant of Arms. Zuri, where are you?
I'm here. Thank you, President Junior.
I remember you can't charge me now, you know.
Everybody, right? And a part of being a more effective Kiwanian for me is learning this role and increasing the charges so that you all fall in love with your Sarge and your fines. IPP Paul, because I have waited forever to do this. Welcome to the new Kiwanian year. Welcome to a fine of $500 IPP. I've been waiting too long.
Yes.
VP Stewart, for calling President Junior, President Paul, last evening at the board meeting, $200. But what makes it worse, you went on to totally disregard the presence of the Sarge at the board meeting by saying, the Sarge is not here. Well, the Sarge was here and the Sarge heard you. And so you're getting an additional fine. So this evening, $500 is your fine.
Yes.
I really thought you were there.
Chairman Avia, on behalf of the white gentleman, a charge of $200. President-elect Newton Ramdial, because you are the best, you deserve to get one of the best fines ever. So welcome. You need to start the year with a bossy fine. So $500. And Kiwanian Owen Young Jr., for your disruption, you are the bossy one. So you get the bossy fine of $500. And because it's the start of a new year, we all have to start the year right with a blanket fine of $200. Enjoy the rest of your evening, gentlemen.
All right, sir.
Thank you, Sarge. I can see you're growing in confidence.
Mr. President, can we vote out the Sarge?
No.
Oh, okay.
The president. The president appoint the Sarge.
Just checking.
Desmond.
I think that
No,
just double.
I won't find him, but I'm sure the Sarge will know what to do with him the next time. Thank you, Sarge. Yes. Notices and announcement.
Thank you, President Junior. Fellow Kiwanians, so far as notices, a reminder of the Back to School Supply Drive done jointly with Michael Circuitry and Nation Bill of Kingston is ongoing. So we have any contribution to make, whether in kind or cash, let me know. Regarding the National Tree Planting Day, that's October the 15th, we have a tree planting project with the Kiwanis Club of Nation Builders, Kingston, and St. Hugh's Key Club. That's on October the 15th, a Saturday. And so far as into clubbing opportunities, tomorrow afternoon at 6 o'clock, Michael Circuit will be meeting on tomorrow evening also at 6 p.m., Kiwanis Club of Kingston. Then on Thursday, Kiwanis Club of North St. Andrews at 6:30. And on Monday, October 10, Kiwanis Club of Downtown Kingston will be having an installation ceremony at the Four Seasons Hotel. Costs $7,000, and that begins at 6:30. Just to mention that I have put in the group the schedule of installations, remaining installations for Division 23 West and Division 23 East. President Junior, those are all the announcements for the time being. Perhaps you may like to invite visiting Kiwanis if they have any announcements that they'd like to make at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, dear G. Willie. Are there any other Kiwanians with us that would like to make an announcement at this time, quickly? Any other announcement from other clubs that are here? If not, we just close. Am I hearing something?
Yeah, President Junior, may I just add, I forgot to mention, regarding installations, our own installation will be a joint installation with Kiwanis Club of Young Professionals, South St. Andrew and West St. Andrew, and that will be on Sunday, the 23rd at 4 p.m. at the Police Officers Club. The planning committee is still meeting, and as soon as we have finalized the price, we will advise respective clubs. Thank you.
And we are going to be inviting as many of our members as possible. Not just those that will be installed, to be present.
Correct.
President Junior.
I am on, yes.
Yes, I'd like to invite all persons on the call tonight to attend the installation ceremony of the Kiwanis Clubs of Friends Across Borders,
yes,
JTA St. Andrew, Young Professional Kingston, and Kiwanis Club of Constant Spring. On Saturday the 8th at 3 p.m., it's going to be at JTS St. Andrew, the seminary on Constant Spring Road. The cost admission $4,000 with meal and $2,000 without meal. And the function starts at 3 p.m.
Okay.
Kiwanis Clubs of Constant Spring, JTA St. Andrew, Young Professional Kingston, and Friends Across Borders.
Okay.
It's an occasion not to miss. Thank you.
Good, thank you. Any other? If not, we'll just move on. I'm hearing something else.
Hi, President Junior, Crystal Heaven from the Kiwanis Club of Montego Bay. How are you?
That's my tongue.
Okay, we'll be having our installation ceremony on Thursday, October 6th at 6 p.m. at the Holiday Inn. The cost is $6,500.
Okay. Could you repeat that date? I missed it.
It's on the 6th of October, this Thursday at 6 p.m. at the Holiday Inn.
Yes, that's why.
Thank you.
Any other announcements? Any other announcements? Let us move on then. DP Stewart, is your time again for the thought for the week.
Okay, thank you, President Junior.
Yes.
I have two thoughts as usual.
Right.
The first one is never be limited by other people's limited imagination. And that was a quote by Mae Jemison. And if you don't know, she was the first Black woman in space.
In space.
Right. I think she spoke at a Kiwanis convention. I think I saw her name for that some months ago. And the other one that I have is one I just found today. And I rather like it. It says, life is good when you are happy, but life is better when other people are happy because of you.
Yes, so that's a good one. That's a good one. And that's a good note to end on.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, DP Stewart. Thank you.
Okay.
If there is nothing else, may I ask that we raise our glasses and drink to Kiwanis International and friendly Jamaica, a Jamaica land we love.
Meeting is terminated.
Meeting is now terminated. Thank you all for coming. And I do enjoy my first meeting as president. I really enjoyed it. It's not as difficult as I thought it would have been.
Very easy, President Junior. You have 51 more meetings to go.
How much?
51.
Yeah, man, I'm counting down.
You ain't seen nothing yet.